How are you all doing today? How was your Thanksgiving? I'm going to be quick. My name is Mamadou Balde. I'm a sophomore in chemical engineering and pre-medicine. 1 year, 1 month, and 10 days ago, an idea crossed my mind that I wanted to do motivational speaking. I understood that God has given me the ability to motivate people to their full potential. So I started a team who helped me start a motivational speaking organization. We are called the Master Motivators. Our goal is to help people realize that no matter who they used to be or who they are at the moment, they can be a whole new different person. Today, I'm here to talk to you about faith, and faith only. This is my code. Faith is like when you are standing on the rungs of a ladder, and as you stumble and fall, that's really the only thing you have to hold on to, those rungs. First, I want to tell you about my story. I'm originally from Guinea, a country in West Africa. I grew up in a regular family, a lot of family and friends around, and I had a lot of fun. So, due to political issues in my country, I had to leave home. My parents decided that I should leave home and come to the United States and further my education. I remember the focus in my father's eye when he sat me down and said, "Mamadou, I know you are 12 years old, but your character, not your age, is going to define what you're going to do when you get there." I remember the day I left, when I was supposed to say goodbye to my family. I still remember the pain I felt when I saw my mother. She couldn't stop crying, thinking that I was too young to face the world alone. I remember looking at my siblings, the pain I felt. Even though they didn't know what was really going on, they knew they weren't going to see me for years. I remember looking at my little brother, tears coming down his eyes. And all I could think about, who's going to protect this guy when I wasn't there? I remember turning around and heading toward the airplane for the first time of my life. And I couldn't find the courage to look back. I didn't want my mother to see how scary I was. So she's going to cry more. I didn't want my sibling to see that their big brother was scared. I remember when I got in the airplane and I sat down, my first thought was, what am I really getting into? I remember when I landed in New York City on a cold night, everything looked big and intimidating. It was very different from where I came from. My uncle took me in a week later and put me in a school called Beaumont Ozing. That first day I felt like the dumbest kid in the world because I couldn't speak a word of English and I didn't have any friends. I came from a family, I had a lot of family at home and a lot of friends. I remember coming at home that day, sitting down on my table and looking out at the window and thinking, I only have two options. Either to make excuses that my family is 5,000 miles away, I don't have any friends and just fail, give up, or to realize that I have opportunities that some people don't have, that I'm not here just for myself. I needed to realize that I need to have faith that no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I would be okay. You have to realize that no matter how bad it is or how bad it used to be, you're going to be all right. That faith I carried that day, I still carry the same thing. A month ago, I had the worst week of my academic career. Come on. I had the worst week of my academic career. I took F's every single day of that week. And I'm telling you, that Monday I found that I made a C in my OChem class. That Tuesday, I found that I made a 0 in my chemical engineering quiz. That Wednesday, I thought it couldn't get worse. I came to this class, when I saw the email, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get a good grade in this class. I found that I made a 69 on my first exam. I thought it couldn't get worse. I went home Thursday night. I was just trying to get it in, and I dropped my phone in the sink. Friday, I was just finishing my classes and just going home. After class, I look at my pocket, I found that I lost my wallet. So the first thing I did was sitting down. I decided to change my mentality. Instead of thinking that I failed every single day of that week, I said I had a character building day every single day of that week. So I remember changing my mentality. I told myself, I'm not going home today. I'm not going home. I'm going to the library and study for my next 4 tests coming up. I remember sitting down studying with my best friend, and she told me that you should go find your wallet, best friend. And I was like, I can't worry about that right now. I have too many things to worry about. I can't let those things slow me down. I can't control those things. I need to control the things I can control. So I decided to study. I told her that if I will find my wallet, I will find it later. So Tuesday later, my dad emailed me and said that someone had called him because I didn't have any phone. Someone has called him and had found my wallet. And I promise you, the first time I said was, thank you, God, for making me lose my wallet. So I didn't have to waste any money outside. Now I got my wallet back. So the next day, my job paid me. So I was able to go buy a whole new phone. I said, thank you, God, for making me lose my phone. So I could study for my test. Now I have a whole new phone. So you have to look at the things differently. The next week, I got my next test back. I found that I made a 95 on my OCHEM test, the hardest test. I found that I made a 92 on my chemical engineering quiz. Then I came to this class. I don't know how I did it. Because you guys know we had 4 days to write the first exam. Here we had 2 days. But I found that I made a 98 on my exam here. And at the moment, I didn't know how I did it. But guys, you have to realize that life is tough. And faith is the most important thing that you can have in life. Because with faith, you have diligence. With faith, you have perseverance. With faith, you have character. With faith, you're going to be able to overcome those obstacles, defy those odds, and climb that mountains to become a whole new person. Please look at that person next to you and tell them, have faith that you are special. And tell them you have what it takes. Thank you very much.
All right, y'all. Thanks, Mama Dude. Appreciate you. All right, next, Sean Adams, Old California. He played football and ran track at Berkeley. Lead transfer family. Chris, you hear every morning on the radio from 6 to 10 a.m., 1300 a.m. That's what I listen to when I'm on that jet trap called I-35 every morning. But I'm warning you, it's intellectual sports radio. That's what it is. So let's give Sean Adams a hand. You want y'all, which y'all want Twitter or something like that?
Thank you, bro.
I don't know what I say. And also, if I can help you in any way, it'll be me. I'll put my Twitter up here. I'll put my email up here.
Can you hear me? Yes, sir.